Oh, Anui! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alrighty. Welcome back, my fellow Lemurians. So today we're going to be doing an oracle card read for the Lemurian Astrology. This is going to be for the Lemurian birth signs, also called Motus. And so if you're new here, my name is Debbie Dement. My Huna essence is Huna Kamaroha. And what I'm going to be doing is walking through the 13 signs that is the Lemurian birth astrology system. So to begin with, I'm going to get everybody here and on the replay, energetically speaking, all on the same page. Tihe mori ora mahakawatahi ite ingawa to irita otawana wayu tabu kita ite ingawa ta finui trani tikitao wayu tabu kita ite ingawa ta faya tamadua tama wayu tabu kita tihe mori ora. Wonderful. Okay, this week we're going to be working with the Issy Ivy deck, Beyond Lemuria. It's a beautiful deck, and she has a lot of different Lemurian light codes embedded in these as well. And so we've also got another card that's going to be from the bottom of the deck that's going to be for all 13 signs. So if for any reason you don't resonate with your card this week, you could use the other one as a stand-in, or you can use it also as an amplifier. Just kind of flavor everything this week. My card's set together here. Now, this week is a little different because we're going to be in the very last few days of what's called Kahuku. That is the sign of the birth sign of November 1st through the 28th. So if you're born November 1st through the 28th, yours is the sign of Kahuku. And this is the sign of the butterfly. The essence is transformation. And so it's going to be through the 28th. And then this week, so happy birthday if you were born there first. But then it's going to change on the 29th and the 30th of this week. I think it's going to be the 29th next weekend. And so those 2 days are what's called Maita. And they are the days, the 29th, 30th, or 31st of any of the calendar months. Those make up the 13th sign. That's called Maita. And so that is the crystal light of days. And it is the undistorted light from the central sun. So your symbol is going to be the crystal. And the essence for Maitas is the undistorted light. Okay. So we're going to start off with Maitas. And you have, what do you have? Starseed elemental for Maitas this week. How appropriate. We do come from the stars. You are starseeds. So this is for Maitas. Again, if you were born the 29th, 30th, or 31st of any of the months, that's a Maita. And happy birthday to those that are going to celebrate this upcoming weekend. Now, if you were born November 1st through the 28th, again, yours is the sign of Kahuku, and this is the sign of the butterfly. The essence for this month is transformation. And so your symbol, of course, is the butterfly, and happy birthday. You get co-creation. Just for Kahuku babies. Yep, communication co-creation. Now, if you were born December 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Okapi. This is the sign of the forest giraffe, and the essence for this is light of father. Interesting. Somebody's kind of suppressing my throat a little here. So it's the light of father. Huh. And your card this week, Okapis, is home. Home is where the heart is. Okay. Now, if you were born January 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Hea. This is a sign of the hare, And the essence of this month is endurance. Oh, interesting. You have the transformation card this week, hey Az. Lighter and brighter, I'm hearing. Okay. Now, if you were born February 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Kirani. This is the sign of the hummingbird. The essence for this month is the tiny voice from heaven. You have the Earth Star chakra for this week, sometimes called the pole chakra. If you take your imagination and you feel into the ground about 18 inches, 12 to 18 inches under your feet, it'll feel like a magnetic disc that you kind of click into place into Mother Earth. So this week it's asking you to get grounded and to spend a little time with your Earth Star chakra, which is for Tiranese. Now, if you were born March 1st through the 28th, yours is the sign of Honu. Honu is the sign of the sea turtle. And, interesting, you have the solar plexus chakra this week, Honus. The essence for this month is navigation. So in the Lemurian code, this particular chakra is going to be called Tawahi. So the solar plexus sits just above your belly button and under the rib cage. There we go. Now, if you were born April 1st through the 28th, yours is the sign of Tuatara. This is the sign of the smiling gecko. The essence for this month is the smile. Ooh, how beautiful. Let it shine. You have luminescence this week. This is Tuatara. Light it up. And again with the heart. How beautiful. And remember, there is a card for everybody at the bottom of the deck. So that'll be still coming up. Now, if you were born May 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Totoroa. This is a sign of the albatross. The essence for this month is determination. Ooh, how beautiful and supportive. You have our furred and feathered friends this week. So look for messages and support from the furry feathered critters. So many of them are here to support us on our journey right now. Beautiful. Okay, now if you were born June 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Kopanui. This is the sign of the wombat. The essence of this month is the womb, the child, and creativity. Whoa! I got a power card this week. I'm a fellow wombat. Portal people this week, so we will have experiences with portals, even more so. And I love that the portal keeper is represented by a kitty cat. Usually dogs come into our lives to help keep us grounded, and they tend to be more in connection with the lower chakras, like solar plexus, sacral, and root chakras. And kitty cats, whenever they come into our lives, tend to be cosmic kitties. And so heart chakra and above, they'll help us explore our higher chakras. Now, if you were born July 1st through the 28th, yours is the sign of Kaka. This is the sign of the talking parrot. The essence for this month is the voice. Ah, how gorgeous. Kakas, you have water overflow this week. So remember, whenever you give your attention or your essence to something, you're actually just gifting from the overflow. And this also speaks of the overflow coming into your life this week. You need to fill your cup up first. Beautiful. Now, if you were born August 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Fatura. This is a sign of the falcon. The essence for this month is purification. Wow, you have the high heart chakra this week. This is for Faturas. Tatama. The high heart chakra sits in between the throat chakra and your heart. So it sits about midway. which is fun because this is what we're aiming for with all the talk of going up in the ascension to 5D. We're wanting to balance between the head and the heart, which is the full potentiality of Tatama. Faturas. Now, if you were born September 1st through the 28th, yours is the sign of Namu. Namu is the sign of the dove. The essence for this month is peace. You have the Solaris Sublime this week. Lean into fire this week. Just for Namus. It might be fun for you to take a little meditation where in your mind's eye you go up into the sun as well. Now, if you were born October 1st through the 28th, yours is a sign of Kirihi. This is a sign of the lamb. The essence for this month is the truth. And you, my dears, have Realm Bridger this week. That was quite a power card. I just love these cards. Okay, and now from the bottom of the deck, I've got one of the Animal Oracle cards from Colette Baron Reed. And so this is for all signs this week. We have Sandpiper, be playful this week. So again, if the card didn't resonate with you, you can use this one as a substitute, or you can layer the message for this one in on top of it. Gorgeous. Okay, that is our Oracle card read for the week. And now I'm going to just go ahead, since I've been so catch me as you can sort of a thing, I'm going to go ahead and flip on my comment sections. See how everybody's doing. Welcome. Hey, Paul Freed, long time no see. Lovely. Hi, Amanda Celeste. Beautiful. And Karen Robinson, so gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, hang loose because we're just going to hang out here and chat because I'm just going to leave this open for a bit. How have you been? I haven't seen some of you in forever and ever. Definitely a week for some of the people. And I think a couple people may have come. I don't even remember whenever I got on last. I think Friday. Might have been Thursday, but I think Friday afternoon I managed to get. So lovely to see you again, Paul Freed. How is your cold doing? I know normally I duck and run on these, but I've actually, this is the only live that I have set up today. So I was just going to come in and hang out and chat with everybody. Or not. If you're already bolting on me, I don't know. We'll go ahead and set some slides up. There we go. So we have Aquamarine and of course the Kahuku for this month. And the crystal for the Aquamarine, that represents our Maita days that are coming in. But what I thought I would do is I'm just going to hang out. If anybody needs any more. Hello? Am I speaking to an empty room? I can't see anybody. Karen, if you're still here, could you just pop me a hi in there just to make sure that my feed is still going? I hope so. Hello? Anybody? If you could just send me a comment in the comments section, that'd be awesome. Okay, thank you, Paul. Oh, I'm just getting over the flu and it was a doozy, so I'm stuffed up. Okay, sure. So we'll just go ahead and do some extra energy clearing then for everybody that's here. So Paul, how did you do with your cold? Are you still getting over it? Yeah, I'm just a little stuffed up myself, but getting much, much better. Yeah, I know, right? Doozy. Autocorrect. You just gotta love autocorrect. I don't know how many times I've gotten into a fight with my autocorrect. Saw a sighting last night. Amazing. Oh, you saw Sting. Saw Sting last night. Golly, back in the day, I used to listen to absolutely everything from him, from the Police on. And then, oh, I don't know, probably around 2000, I just kind of kicked back and started listening to more classical music. Yeah. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, Every Breath You Take. Yep. Yeah, in Pennsylvania. Rock on. Yeah, I've seen him, I think, 3 times in concert. Yeah, 3 times. So he's always been incredible in concert. So for anybody that's sensitive to energy, at the moment I'm hovering around the head itself and just trying to break up some of the congestion that's around it. He's amazing on his guitar. Yeah. Yeah, he used to do one that was called Fragile. And that was, I think that was Spanish guitar that he used on that one. But it was incredible. He is a gifted musician and quite the poet. I like how he's explored over the years with the different styles. He's played with jazz, he's played with reggae. So we're going to go down around the throat, jaw, still working the sinuses and the eustachian tube at the back of the neck. Okay, now we're going to work the neck itself. I had a dream. You're welcome, Amanda. Had a dream on Saturday night with Eddie Van Halen. Oh, wow, there's a blast from the past. There may be a part 2 coming. He said we are almost done in the afterlife. Wow. Wow. So you just need to lean into it, keep one foot in front of the other, keep going. I'm working the neck on both sides right now. And I woke up. Isn't that the way of it? Some of those dreams, it's like, wow, that was not just a dream. That was a vision. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, some of them you can really tell. I don't know. There's been some crazy dreams the last few weeks for me, and the pixies, the orbs, have really been coming through very strongly for me. They've been quite mischievous. At the moment, I'm at the top of both shoulders, working through the top of the lungs. So if you do any coughing, that's probably just me coming through, and hopefully this will help to ease things off. You may do some coughing too, because the sinuses, around the sinuses and the nose, I tried to do a lot of drainage action. So if you're doing any coughing from that, sorry, but it should clear up pretty quickly. And you will also want to get yourself a drink of water if you've done any coughing, sneezing. Yawning is another great energy release. It's another sign of energy being released. There we go. And now we're around the shoulders, both shoulder blades. So what else have you been up to, Mr. Paul? The last time I saw you, I think you were getting ready for Halloween, which is New Year's for those people that are pagan and follow the Celtic traditions. That's their New Year's Day is Halloween. Did you have a lot of kids whenever it was trick-or-treat time? We didn't have anybody, but I don't think we've ever had anybody come to the house the whole time we've been here. We're kind of out in the sticks, so not really not really much of a chance for trick-or-treaters here. He did ask me, what are my dreams on Earth? And I said, I don't know. And he said, that's okay. If you don't get your dream down on Earth, you'll get it still in the afterlife. Huh, sitting in a courtyard having tea. Yeah, just a few trick-or-treaters. Around both elbows right now. Ooh, that was a good pop from somebody's neck. That's cool. I like it too because Paul, the more that you keep doing this, like the dream show, and you do like the meditation and everything, I've noticed that you're opening up. You're getting a lot more dreams now. Or I should say that you're just remembering your dreams, because all of us do dream at night. The thing is that most of us, whenever we wake up, we hit the floor running, and our conscious life is kicked in, and so our dream life tends to fade very quickly. But we do all dream, unless for some reason you're knocked out with like anesthetics or something. Yeah, Terry said that as well. So it's just a matter of snatching the little glimpses that you can as you're waking up. And then if you can write them down, I get it. Sometimes there's just no time at all. But if you can write them down in a journal, usually if you can keep a journal alongside your bed and just jot down a little bit of what it is, it will help you to remember more and more of your dreams. And now on both hands, on the back sides of both hands, I've already gone through the wrists on the outside and the forearms. So we're getting ready to do ting points. Wow. I'm going to do a little extra energy. Someone in the crowd has got arthritis in both hands. And this time of year, it gets really miserable because it can be really cold and achy. So let's just ease in some warmth. You're welcome. Yeah, just get some extra support on that. Oh, B. He told me about his life story with his wife, Valerie Bertinelli, and his son, Wolfgang. And I said, amazing. Yeah, really, what a dream. That's incredible. Oil Painter says that she uses keywords to remember dreams as well. That is a great idea. Yeah, and she'll actually go through and use drawings. So if you're feeling drawn to, you can even do quick sketches that can help you to convey or capture some of the imagery. Symbols is another one where you get a lot of information very quickly contained in a symbol. We're on the inner palms and fingers of both hands. Yeah, I have it all in my journal. That's a great idea. My arthritis, especially left toe, quite sore lately. Yeah, and that's just it. Sometimes people feel bad because it's like, oh, I don't mean to do. No. If you're showing up here and you have these symptoms, you're representing quite a big chunk in the field. And for anybody that listens to this on the replay, you're going to be getting the same benefit. And so if you're here and you like it, come back and you can reuse it at any time. The energy is going to be timeless. I have 10 of them so far going. You take it quite seriously, Paul. Okay, and now we're on the inner wrists. I'm going to do some extra added energy for the inner wrists because I know somebody out here has, it's like carpal tunnel syndrome. So we're just going to do a little bit of extra support for the inner wrists as well. And if you can, because I can feel this is kind of chilled and achy, you can also put, they used to have what's called wrist warmers. I don't know. In the 80s, tennis players used to love wearing them, but it's just put something warm around, like a cuff or something around the inner wrist or around the entirety of the wrist. But it'll warm those ting points that are on the interior of the wrist, and it'll help with the ache, and it will help to help you feel warmer. And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because in the northern hemisphere right now, we're getting ready to go into winter. And so that's a little supportive to what I'm feeling on here today. There we go. Let's continue up the inner forearms to the inner elbow. inner arms up into the armpit. Okay. Ooh, that was a good pop. Someone's thoracics just popped in between the shoulder blades. Now we're going to work through the ribs, lungs, collarbones. This will help with the lung points. Debbie, the courtyard was amazing. No window and a door, but all of it was open, and there were a lot of people walking around. The trees was amazing. The water, everything blue and amazing. Ooh. Is it one of those cases where you, I don't want to put words in your mouth or have you remember incorrectly, but did the colors seem more vivid in your dream? Actually, speaking of blue being amazing, I'm going to go over to the other slide. This is Crater Lake in Oregon, not on the Oregon coast. This is actually in southern Oregon. And Crater Lake was the very first national park that was created by Teddy Roosevelt in the United States. And that blue that you see on that lake is the real color. It is the most indescribable blue, and a lot of times cameras struggle to pick up that color correctly. They'll try to auto-correct it. And I don't know if it's visible, but right at the very front of the, whoops, there we go. Excuse me. Right at the very front is a little chipmunk. And so if you visit this in the summer months, you'll see a ton of the chipmunks. They run absolutely everywhere. So it was a light. So the blue was actually a light. Yeah. Amanda Celeste says that she drove by there on the way to Shasta. Stunning area. It is a stunning area, and so is Shasta itself. Yeah, the trees are just, there's a very strong feeling there. And of course, you know, that is one of those areas where they're called Telosians under Mount Shasta, but it is they are Pleiadian in origin. And so the city of Telos is under Shasta. And there's a lot of energy that runs in and around Crater Lake itself. I've been there at twilight, and the lake is crystal clear. It's just been intense to see. Hello, woman. How are you? Wawa Nui. So I think part 2 is coming up. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too, Paul. Everybody right now says we're in a bit of a transition period, which, you know, we have been most of our lives. It just, depending on who you're talking to, they'll say that the age of Aquarius is now, or pivot point was in 2012. And then other people will say, no, we've actually been at it since the 1800s for the changes in between the signs. So there really is no definitive thing that we know of currently. But right now, I do know that there are a lot of planets, and we're right now at the diaphragm and a little of the upper tummy. I'm going to get ready to go down the back here in just a few minutes. But yeah, we're in between, what are they called? Yugos. And so we're currently in the age of Pisces, getting ready to transition into the age of Aquarius. And the age of Pisces, we've been here for, what, 2,000 years, I think? So it'll be really interesting to see as we go into the age of Aquarius. It's connected with outer space and plasma. And even though it seems like it would be a water sign, it's not. It's an air sign, because Aquarius, the symbol for Aquarius is the water bearer. I'm flying south to California Tuesday morning with Liam, and he's now living up here with us and going to school. Wow. That'll be nice. So you're doing that for the holiday then? You're going to go fly over to California for the holiday? Yeah, for Thanksgiving. I'm going to hopefully pop on here on Thursday for Thanksgiving, because I know some people, they don't have plans or they don't have family. And that became really poignant in 2020, especially. And so I was hoping to just pop in for an hour or two just to hang out if anybody needs it. That'll be on Thursday. I don't know when, so hopefully it'll pop up into your feeds. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and get us the subscription thing. And the reason why is because I haven't been consistent with whenever I've been posting, and hopefully that will help you to get your notifications or have it pick up into your YouTube feed whenever I do go live. Because most of these I haven't been able to get in here and create the feeds ahead of time. I've just been having to come in and go live with them immediately. Okay. At the moment, I'm on the spine itself. Last rib cage going down the back, and there are 3 very large channels. So we have the liver, the bladder, and the gallbladder meridians that flow down both sides of the back. And we're aiming for the top of the hip, where the pelvis joins. There we go. So are you guys gonna, Paul, are you guys gonna go to, what is that called over there? The Disney place that's over there. That's Disneyland, isn't it? Because Disney World, I think, is in Florida. Yeah, Paul, I feel Eddie Van Halen. It feels like we're closer than a fresh coat of paint on a frog hair split 4 ways. That is quite colorful. You paint a very vivid image. Oh, you're staying at home. That's a great idea. Okay, we're going down both outer legs, the outer thighs, aiming for the knees. And this will also work for your pets as well. So if you have kitties or puppies nearby, it's also work for any of your livestock. And of course, wildlife. Around both knees now. Yeah. Okay, we're going to sit here and work a little bit on the knees. To begin with, there is a lymph gland that sits right behind the knee that needs some help. There's a lot of congestion here. And the other thing is with legs, there will be a pretty good indication of moving forward. Sometimes if you have knee trouble, you feel like you can't go forward in life, or you don't feel like you're really well balanced between how you want to present in the world and what you're doing. Ooh, wow. There's going to be turkey and ham. So she's going to tell me it's going to be on the day of Thanksgiving. Yeah. Yeah. I love the different Thanksgiving holiday celebrations. Like out here, we tend to do more seafood because that's what we have. But in the past, I've done barbecues. I've had, of course, the traditional turkey. That's been most of my life. But yeah, whenever I got older, it's like, there's not really very many turkeys here native. So yeah, we tend to do things like, Dungeness crab. We'll have oysters. Sometimes we'll have clam chowders. Always fish. Salmon, usually. Salmon with stuffing. And then, of course, yams and pumpkin pie. I think this year we even managed to snag a pecan pie. Okay, now we're going down towards the ankles. Just getting some of that congestion gone. The heel, which is going to be the hawk on our critter friends. Liam wins his first football game on Friday night. Oh, couldn't be there because I was at the concert. That's a shame, but that's okay. He'll have more football games. Wow, 26 to 14. That was a strong game. Okay, the arch of the foot and the ball of the foot and the outer two toes. Now, this time through, I'm going to go ahead and put pillows of energy in and around all of the joints of the toes. And I'm just setting that so that your body can do what it needs. Yeah, I'm not picky. Good food is good food. I just like to honor the where I'm at. Like I said, some of the areas it's been beef and barbecue, and then other places it'll be a ham or turkey. Yeah, toe pillows, you betcha. And the reason why is because your body will be able to pick up that energy and be able to use it. I like to set the energy pillows in place because it helps the body to have something that it can use for a while. Helps it to just last a little bit longer. Now we're coming up the inner toes, the inner two toes, and the inner arch of the foot. And I'm going to set some extra energy around the ankles itself. I know, like I said, I could feel into the field, and there's a lot of aches and pains that are being brought on by the cold, damp weather that usually happens this time of year. So we will continue up the inner calves. Yeah, that's a good point. I hope the airport's going to be okay on Tuesday. 9:15 will be our plane. Paul, you can actually imagine that plane and set a light around it. You can do that ahead of time. Okay, the inner knees. Ting point just below the knee on the interior. There it goes. We're going to go above the knees, going up the inner thighs and to the lap. There we go. Up the center line. And now I'm going to work through the tummy area. So if you have any tummy gurgles, that's just dislodging some of the stacked emotion that gets lodged in there. You're welcome. Yeah, just use your imagination. Imagine your airplane that you're going to be taking, or other people will sometimes see the flight path and will imagine it as a color and just see it as a light, like a colored light for safety. Yeah, I don't know what's happened with Brother Carl. Like I said, unfortunately, or Annie Bear, they're probably doing other shows, would be my guess. It'll be whatever comes easily to you. But yeah, absolutely use your imagination for it. Wow. There's a lot on the interior of the point to hip on the right hand side, which is interesting because, our bodies actually, even though we think that we're symmetrical, our organs, of course, for humans, makes us uneven. So sometimes what we have is one hip will be tipped forward and the other will be tipped backward. I don't think we're standing straight. And that's better. So that'll just loosen that up on the interior. Beautiful. Okay. Now we're going to bring that energy back up. The center line. Up, 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 up. Beautiful. Okay. And since I started with the face today, we're just finishing out a little bit with the throat. And I also want to do a little bit more on the aura. That's just your personal body space around you. Your personal space. Yeah, I love my ham. Do you do a smoked ham? One of the places that I lived, they used to always do smoked hams for Thanksgiving and for Christmas both. Ooh, it was good. Oh, with the honey on top. Yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. So let's get the aura a little more cleansed. There we go. That's better. Perfect. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm hoping Carl is doing okay with his kitties. I know that he was in a not as safe position as we would hope for. You have to stop now with the food. I don't know. Could be lunchtime soon. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I really sincerely hope that he's able to have a really good job come to him so that he can get himself into a better space for himself and his kitties. Excuse me. I know he's doing the best he can, and they're doing the best that they can. And hopefully it'll be just a little bit longer and the ship will right itself. Ooh, actually, since Who Woman came in here, let's do one more thing. I want to do a Tekuping or Maui, and I want to go through our chakra systems. So in Lemuria, that would be called our Kaha system. And what Tekuping or Maui is the net of Maui, and Maui means children from heavens or children from the stars. Yeah, I think of him a lot too. I wouldn't doubt it. I haven't seen him in a while, but I know that the phone that he was using was struggling. So for anybody here or on the replay, these are going to be Lemurian key codes that are going to go through your energy system. This is going to go through all of the chakra systems. And what the net of Maui does is it's going to take out things that are not in your highest good. And it can also bring in different gifts. So different psychic gifts. So let's do this right quick. Tekuping Maui, Maita, Tekuping Maui, Ha'irua, Tekuping Maui, Te Ariki, Tekuping Maui, Maki, Tekuping Maui, Tiko, Tekuping Maui, Matako, Tekuping Maui, Tenaro, Tekuping Maui, Tenira, Tekuping Maui, Tawahi, Tekuping Maui, Toi, Tekuping Maui, Muki Muki, Tekuping Maui, Taro, Tekuping Maui, Maita, Maita Tekuping Maui, Taro Tekuping Maui, Muki Muki Tekuping Maui, Toi Tekuping Maui, Tawahi Tekuping Maui, Tiko Tekuping Maui, Matako Tekuping Maui, Maki Tekuping Maui, Tenira Tekuping Maui, Tenaro Tekuping Maui, Te Ariki Tekuping Maui, Mairua Tekuping Maui, Maita Tekuping Maui. There we go. 1111. Perfect. Jack liked that, huh? That's wonderful. Well, Jack, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I have the candles lit for everybody in the chat. Gorgeous. A little chipmunk and panoramic view. Yeah, that's Crater Lake, where the little chipmunk is. Wow, I have 5 of them. Have you tried the beeswax, Paul? Have you tried beeswax candles? Yeah. If you get the opportunity, you should try a beeswax candle. It puts off a different energy. And it doesn't have to be large. Yeah. And yeah, as I was saying before, this is Critter Lake. This is located in Southern Oregon. And the blue that you see in that lake, that's real. That's the real true colors. It is so indescribably beautiful. And if you go in the summer months, the chipmunks are absolutely everywhere. Oh, and do be careful if you're around the lake at all in the center. Be very careful. The water is deceptively clear, and it is extremely light, deep, very, very deep. My pie is apple pie. Yeah, usually whenever we do Thanksgiving here, because we do seafood, I'll have a lemon meringue for the pie. But of course, we'll always have something like pecan or pumpkin. Pumpkin is usually the tradition. And of course, it has to come with ridiculous amounts of whipped cream. You cannot have a pumpkin pie without the whipped cream. That will just make everybody hungry. Apple pie is yummy. So is cherry. I haven't seen a cherry pie in a long time, but that used to be really a biggie. Alrighty, gang. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And it looks like everybody is gearing up for their food. Oh, yeah. Anne's up at 5 a.m. cooking. When I was little, someone suggested the idea of a mantra, and I chose apple pie. Why not? Amanda Celeste, that's a great idea. I love it, actually. Yep. Nobody goes into the kitchen. You got that right. All right, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and duck out of here. Thank you so, so much for coming in. Yeah, the musical group, the Fifth Dimension song Aquarius and Let the Sunshine In. Absolutely. And I'm going to be coming back on Thanksgiving itself. As I said, I realize that some people don't have family to hang out with for a little bit, and sometimes it can be kind of sad if you don't have family and friends around. And so I'll be coming back hopefully on Thanksgiving just to kind of hang out with people and just for a little while at least. And so I shall catch up with everybody then. And thank you so much for stopping in. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'm not sure. I really don't know, Paul. It'll be just as, if I can, I'll go ahead and try to get a time pinned down. Probably sometime during either the late morning or the early afternoon Pacific Standard Time. I don't want to leave it too late in the day. Yeah. Yeah, my schedule is kind of all over the it's all over the map right now. So, anyways, have a great rest of the weekend and I will catch up with you guys later. Bye.